Hey everyone, Coach Alne here. I'm the esports head coach at Ottawa University, and I'm back with another video. So as you probably saw in the title, this video is how to make money in esports, or how to make money playing video games. And really what I'm going to take the opportunity in this video to do is walk you through how some of the popular online tournament websites work, how you can find tournaments, and things like that. What this is really meant for is people that are starting to get into the competitive scene and need to start getting experience working on a team towards tournaments and matches and kind of building that way. This is not intended to show you how to become a professional, nor is this like an option to make a full-time income. This is really for high school age kids who are really trying to explore competitive gaming and maybe make a little money on the side, and it's also a good way to kind of gauge your skill and see how good you are compared to other teams and players. So hopefully all of that makes sense. For the most part, the games that I'll be covering in here is Call of Duty, Fortnite, a little Rainbow Six, a little bit of Rocket League. Outside of those games, I can make another video on them, but for the most part, those are the most popular games that people want to play and try to make a little bit of money on. So that's what we're going to cover today. Alright guys, so we're here on my computer and we're just going to go through, like I said, a couple of websites that are really good to get involved in competitive and tournaments and maybe make a little bit of money. So the first website I have pulled up here is UMG, or umggaming.com. They've been a really popular one for Call of Duty, but they've branched out a little bit. So you'll see here a bunch of different games that you can compete on here. They do have Fortnite, they've got the new Call of Duty, and they've even got older ones. I don't know if they still run tournaments for these or not, but they also have 2K and Madden. So how this works, it's really, really simple. So you can sign up with a free account. You invite all your team members, and so you can create a team. They have like singles, doubles, full team, whatever. There's like a little bit of a social media aspect, but not really. You basically build your team on here, and then you can find competitions and win money. So I'll show you how that works right now. So let's take a game like Call of Duty. So on here, right down in the middle, you'll see create a team. So you obviously have to put together a team before you can compete. You can create a match where other people can accept and challenge you. And what we're going to focus on is tournaments though. So if I click tournaments, you'll see that there's a bunch of tournaments listed going on right now. If I click tournaments at the top, that's actually kind of a better bet because now I can filter it based off of what I play on. So if I'm a PlayStation player, I can sort it by that to try to find different tournaments. You can go PC. So they have a lot of different options. You kind of have to just tinker with the site a little bit to figure out what you like and what you don't like. They also, let's see here. So the way a lot of their tournaments work are they're either free to play or like Prime memberships. So I'll click on the store and show you how that works. So free to play, obviously you have to put no money into it and they're pretty low end prize pools. I would always recommend doing that first. But if you're actually starting to win money and you want to move up to the larger tournaments, you're going to have to pay for a Prime membership with them. It's not incredibly expensive, but it does add up. And then some events will also revolve different types of credits and things like that. So the next one you might be familiar with if you're a Call of Duty player, but this is going to be game battles. So this is just gamebattles.majorleaguegaming.com. And again, this one is going to be really good for Modern Warfare. In particular, if you play on PlayStation, this is going to be where you can earn pro points. So when I scroll down here, you'll see NA Challengers 2000 Series Tournament number 4. It's a free to enter tournament. You enter with your team of 5. You compete for a $2,500 prize pool and 2,000 pro points. So right here it shows you the breakdown of pro points, and pro points are how you get noticed by professional teams and qualify for larger tournaments. So pro points are really important if you are trying to be a professional player. But also what's really cool with game battles is they have these ladders that you can compete in. So here you see the NA Challenger point ladder. So when I click on this, you can create a team in here and you just play as many matches as you want, and it'll keep track of your record and rank you throughout the season. And I believe the way it still works is at the end you make it to playoffs, and in the playoffs you can actually win some money. But for the most part, the ladders are just for experience and playing really good teams. The tournaments are where you're going to want to try to grind for your pro points and things like that. So this next website is Checkmate Gaming. This seems to be a rather popular one. I think this is a newer one. I don't remember this back when I was playing a lot more competitively. But it seems like this one's really popular for Modern Warfare, for Fortnite, and a couple other games. These are the most popular down here. So I'm actually going to focus on Fortnite. So you can see you can pick what you play on. Let's go PC. And this is what comes up. So how these will work is they basically take credits to compete in the tournament. So this is a 2v2, max size of 32. If you win, you get 40 bucks in your credit back. Second place, you get your credit back. Third place, you just get like a little trophy. If I go to the shop here, they're gonna make me sign in, but you basically can get these credits to be able to enter these tournaments where you can win some money. Some prize pools are bigger than others, but for the most part, again, this is just gonna be a good website to kind of get you started in competitive and to start playing better teams, which is ultimately going to make you a better player. They have a lot more tournaments for Call of Duty, it looks like. So the next two websites I'm going to show you are websites that anyone can organize events on and sign up for to compete. So these are like open-ended websites to be able to organize events and sign up for them. So this first one's Tournament, spelled with T-O-O, Tournament. And if you just click the browse on the top here, you'll be able to sort through all the different games that they offer. But again, these are independently held games, so you have to pay attention a little bit closer to these ones. So let's click on Rainbow Six, for example. So you see there's an online tournament in North America here, hosted by LFG House. It looks like it's maybe already full with the 16 teams. Oh yeah, this one just started. So this is a good tournament here. So you get $50 if you win. It explains the rules down here. Most of the time, how these independent tournaments work is you join their Discord, and that's how you all communicate. But it's a good independent website that'll have a lot of different games and tournaments and stuff. You just kind of have to pay attention to it. I think there's a decent amount of Rocket League on here too. Yeah. So you'll see there's a decent amount of Rocket League ones coming up, $130 one, stuff like that. And so the other site that's very similar to this one, I think this one's a little bit more popular though, is called Battlefy. And so with this one, I can click up here, browse tournaments, kind of the same thing. Let's try Fortnite. I've never tried Fortnite on here. So you'll see they have a bunch of different, this company's hosting a bunch of different variations of 2v2s and 1v1s, Xbox only, all platform, PS4. And then you can like click on it and it'll again tell you all the details. Battlefy's system for signing up for teams and stuff like that is really easy to use. So I've used this website quite a bit and I like it a lot, but it's kind of hit or miss on what tournaments are on here, so you just kind of have to pay attention. Like this looks like a pretty good one, $700 prize pool for Call of Duty. That might be worth checking out. And so your final option for finding tournaments, and this is maybe self-explanatory, but a lot of people don't understand that you can do this, is just to search Reddit. So a lot of people don't realize that Reddit's a great opportunity to find a lot of these too. It's going to be very similar to the independent websites where you kind of have to read the rules and it'll be a little bit hit or miss. But for example, for Rocket League, I just searched for 2 seconds and found the Reddit Rocket League clashes, where anyone can post tournaments. It seems to be, they got 3,000 members. It seems to be pretty active. There's a post 5 hours a day. It looks like a few tournaments are posted every single week. Again, I just barely even searched, but this is one that came up. So I would use Reddit to, depending on your game, try to find competitive playlists that have tournaments, and it could be a good opportunity for you to get involved in the community a little bit more. Well, there you have it. There's some websites that you can use and utilize to start building your competitive portfolio, playing some online tournaments, and start to really develop as a competitive player, as well as network with other players. You know, if you're doing a 2v2 against another team and you're both really, really good, it might be worth reaching out to them, and maybe you can put together a 5-man squad. Maybe they know someone else. Stuff like that. It's just a really good way to build your experience, network, and start maybe making a little bit of money to show that you're really good at this and that's something you can do. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow's video will be covering, Tomorrow's video will be covering how do you actually land a job in esports. which I think will be a pretty good one. But Friday's video I think is a little bit more commonly asked, and that is how do I build a following, how do I build a community as a gamer? So I'll do my best to answer that question for you and propose some questions to you to work on to really help develop your own Twitch and YouTube. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.